Hi and welcome back to my videos on ATK version releases. And here I want to look into the 1.4.1 release, which was a quite small one. And the implementation here was mainly around those two things. So I'm going to talk about that. The first one is addition of the function called dbconnect into the application. And the reason why we added that is because in our docs previously we would create persistence separately. So I'm gonna go in here. So it would be like db equals it was either persistence SQL with some parameters in here. So that was one way how we use that throughout documentation. And then we started changing that into persistenceconnect. Because with this, we can universally detect what type of persistence you have. And now you've got SQL, you've got Postgre and so on, oracles. So that will kind of deduct from the connection string what type of persistence you're using. And that was for a while, but the problem was that the DB is not linked to the application. So as a next step, you will have to do db app equals app, and then if you do if you create model, then m equals my model db, and then model app would, in this case, it would point to my application. But if you forget the string, which often was the case, then it's not linked with the app anymore. So to help with that, we have created app dbconnect, and it does a few things. So the first one is that it actually creates the persistence like this using the preferred syntax, and it will also link the application, persistence with the application. So if you do add models later on, then the application will be there. And you know how inside a model you might have a hook or condition set based on another property which you define inside your application. If that's what you want, then sure, you can use that. If you want to keep those things entirely isolated, then yes, you can probably still use this, but I saw that causing a lot of issues. Okay, so it talks about the property there. And the other change was the refactor of the JavaScript code. And see actually the refactor might be in some other place, but yeah, so there are some improvements and to the JavaScript from time to time. So that's pretty much it. That concludes version 1.4.1, and come back for the version 1.4.2.